When you're looking for a mycotoxin urine test, you want to be able to get the one that has the most mycotoxins that it's testing for, because there are so many different mycotoxins, so many different types of molds, that often when you get a mycotoxin test that has only 12, 16 that it's testing for, like some of the real-time labs, the mosaic tests, then you end up with results that could be, negative here, but you could have other mycotoxins that are not showing up that are actually problematic. And this is a big issue, because then you would have discounted mycotoxins as not being the root cause of your issue, when in fact it still could be, because you're just testing for the wrong mycotoxin. So the solution to this is the test by Vibrant Wellness. Okay, there's something called the Total Tox Burden Test with mycotoxins. It's pretty expensive. It's about $500 or so. But it tests for all the different mycotoxins, 29 different mycotoxins. And this will give you assurance that if you do have mycotoxin issues, that it will show up on this test. My mom got her levels tested, and she had the highest levels that were ever shown on a total tox test for this doctor. And it was quite revealing that the house that she was in had extremely high levels of mycotoxins, even though they had tested in the home and they had done air sample tests, and it showed up that there were no mold issues there, right? So mycotoxins can be present in your home even if there is, quote unquote, no mold on the air sample, or there is limited amounts of mold found when they do investigation. There can still be lots of mycotoxins in there. So that's why you want to test the mycotoxins in the urine. Now, I want to say this about the mycotoxin test, okay? My mom had the highest levels they ever seen, but she's relatively symptom-free. All she has is headaches, some sleep issues, maybe some low-grade food allergies, etc., right? So the mycotoxin urine test is not always going to be the best determinant of symptoms, if indeed the mycotoxins are causing you symptoms. So the best test, you want to go ahead and you want to combine a urine test with a my mycolab test, which is an antibody test. It's IgG, IgE antibody blood test to the mycotoxins. So these two tests will show you, are you sensitive to the mycotoxins themselves, or do you have lots of the mycotoxins present in your urine? If you have one or the other, and you're showing symptoms, then often you could conclude that mycotoxins are part of the reason that someone is showing symptoms. So the mycotoxin urine test is not my favorite, but it is helpful. But the best mycotoxin urine test is going to be the one by Vibrant Wellness, because it does 29 different mycotoxins. And if you really want to get an assessment of how the person's system is working and their overall toxic burden, do the total tox burden test from Vibrant Wellness. It'll show you the heavy metal levels, the mycotoxin levels, other chemicals, glyphosate, other things that will show you your actual toxic burden and how you're functioning in that manner. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. My website is endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there teaching you how to heal yourself out here in nature. Take care.